Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be sharing with you my 6-week postpartum body update. I am going to be showing you the good, the bad, and the still recovering. If you're brand new here, my name is Erica. I had my first C-section about 5.5, almost 6 weeks ago, for my second son. I had my first son vaginally, but I ended up with a 4th-degree tear and a rectal tear, so we opted for a C-section this go around. I gained about the same amount of weight this time that I did with my first son. I finished about at 178 and I had started at 130, 131, 132 this time, which was a little bit heavier than, I don't want to say my normal, but a little bit heavier than I had wanted to be. I am 5'2", so on my frame, it definitely felt like a lot. And now at almost 6 weeks postpartum, I've lost quite a bit. I don't know exactly how much I lost because I don't have a scale, but I definitely feel like I've lost a decent amount. Not all of it, but a decent amount. Anyway, I'm going to flip the camera around and we can take a peek at what this postpartum body looks like. Ready? Let's go. Well, in my head things looked a little bit better than they do in real life, but that's okay. Okay, so this is my 6-week postpartum body. Let's talk about her a little bit. Well, scary to be sharing on the internet, but also this body made my 2 sons, who I love more than anything in the entire universe, so I'm good. The first thing is that I'm carrying a lot of extra weight that I don't normally have on my body. I'm carrying a lot of extra weight for me on my frame, on my back, so here, my love handles, on my stomach, and on my thighs and my butt. That's where, during my pregnancy too, like that's just where I gained most of my weight, and still kind of carrying a lot of that around my thighs and my backside. Let's chat also about stretch marks, because in my pregnancy belly progressions video, I get a lot of comments about my belly and how I don't have any stretch marks on my belly and like how I'm so lucky, blah, blah, blah. But here's the thing, y'all. I don't really have any stretch marks on my stomach, which like is great, but I have so many stretch marks everywhere else. So I don't know if you can see. I have a bunch of stretch marks here. Like, do you see the like sort of purple-y raised ones here on my side? Those are new. I didn't have those with Hugo. And then I get really bad stretch marks like on my butt. I don't know if you can really tell. Like, also right now my skin is so dry, so I definitely have stretch marks here. And then I have stretch marks on the backs of my legs too. And even more glaring than my stretch marks, here. Oh yeah, see there? Oh, they're there. And then actually you can see the stretch marks more on this side. They're a little more purple on this side than they are white. Gorge. More glaring than my stretch marks is my cellulite, and everyone has cellulite. It doesn't matter if you're like the most fit person on the planet, everyone has cellulite, but my postpartum body definitely has a little more cellulite than it did before, and it's definitely a little more like glaringly obvious than it is before. I only have more apparent cellulite on my inner thighs, again on my backside. Oh, I don't know if can you tell there's a lot of stretch marks all there on the back of my thigh. A lot of cellulite on my butt going down through the back, like my hamstring area. Some cellulite on my stomach region, like especially down toward the bottom. And a little bit of cellulite here. Like, so these little pastry rolls back here. This is extra skin, like a bit of extra skin and a bit of extra fat. And I can see some cellulite there, right above the stretch marks. So like all of that stuff, I mean, I'm 5.5 weeks, almost 6 weeks postpartum. All of that stuff over time comes and goes, so I'm not going to stress too much about it. Let's talk about my boobs a little bit. My boobs for me, I am normally like a small B cup, like maybe even a large A cup. when I'm breastfeeding, which I am now, my boobs get bigger. Like they're not massive, but they get bigger. They're definitely like a full C cup now. When I'm done breastfeeding, they will shrink and shrivel and be like non-existent. So right now they're like a decent size. I would say that they're also kind of a little more even. If you were here for my first son, you'll know that I was breastfeeding off just one side. And when I was breastfeeding off one side, my boobs got like so lopsided. Right now they're pretty even, which is cool. I'm sure you can see I think this is called the linea nigra, that dark line that goes that you get while you're pregnant. Some women get it, some women don't. Some women only get it up to their belly button. In both my pregnancies, got it all the way up. So that's still there. It's still really dark. Something really strange, I don't know if you can tell, is my belly button. My belly button is like a little black hole. Looks like you can go in there and exit out the other side of the universe. It's just super, super dark. So dark. My skin pigmentation does get darker at the end of my pregnancy and like at the beginning of my postpartum. But the inside of my belly button is like mega dark, and it's not dirt. I've showered. It's so dark. So like that's an interesting kind of weird postpartum thing. That's an imprint from my pants. Chatting about my hair a little bit. I have not experienced the postpartum hair loss yet, which is pretty awesome. And I don't have any of those like small little pieces, like little flyaways at the front yet. I know that all of that lovely stuff is coming. But for now, my hair feels pretty normal. I'm still taking my prenatal vitamin, so that's probably why. I can show you a tiny part of my incision. There, it actually looks really good. I've had no complaints about my incision. It looks just sort of like a roll, like a fold in my body, a fold in my skin. It looks gorgeous. I'm so happy with how it came out, and I think like as I continue to lose the weight and things kind of tighten up a little bit more, it'll look maybe a little bit less like a fold and a little bit more like an incision. But for now, like first of all, it's so low, but it also just looks really good. It looks really good. Everything looks really healthy and pretty good. I still have like the weird like little tape parts, tape goo. I still have tape goo on my body, which is crazy. There, like it's been almost 6 weeks. I swear I've showered. The goo just has not come off. Maybe I need to rub it like that. That's lovely, Erica, showing everyone your tape goo that you have not taken off in over a month and a half. But yeah, y'all, that is my postpartum body. It's not picture perfect. It's not like super Instagram model perfect. But again, this beautiful body gave me 2 little boys, and I wouldn't trade that for anything. And I also know, giving myself grace during this period, that this time flies. Focused all my attention on my newborn and my new little family, and eventually my body will perhaps be in better shape than it currently is, right? Because I do want to be healthy and I do want to be strong for my boys, but I also am not going to spend hours being upset about some stretch marks and some cellulite. It is what it is. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.